is a lot of goodness in your heart. When you feel this overflowing sense that something good is actually happening, it's like the heart, it might even feel overpowering, like so strong that you can't contain it. And allow. That is the key word, allow. Allow your heart to explode. Allow the sense of immense gratitude and immense joy to flow. So don't keep it. We've learned very well of how to keep things, how to suppress things. But now whenever you feel the sense of joy and goodness, just allow it to come fully. And say, yes, come, I welcome you, Even if your heart feels like breaking, let it break.
It felt like love, to be honest.
Yes.
For lack of a better word.
Yes. So our heart is longing for this feeling of love, for this feeling of goodness. And sometimes we kind of say it's too much, or I'm not used to it, or I never felt it before. So welcome it, that experience, allow it to open fully. Don't keep it inside. That is the most important practice of the heart. Sometimes we suppress, maybe we are afraid, or we feel vulnerable. If I allow my heart to open fully, then I will feel naked, So sometimes we feel this feeling, I'm like it's naked, or it's so open that it's so fragile. So these are the qualities of the heart. But allow it to open fully. Even if you feel fragile, don't be afraid. When you meditate, the only thing that can happen is that the light will shine through. If you're feeling afraid that your heart will be hurt, again, it is the fear. If you allow your heart to open or to even break, what will happen is that love will flow through. Because the less there is fear, the more there is love. So within our heart, it takes a bit of practice to get used to keeping the heart open, not being afraid. Because there are so many walls, we could say, so many protection mechanisms of I don't want to be hurt, I'm afraid to feel pain. But that intrinsically doesn't serve, because that suppresses the heart. So we need a bit of courage at the beginning to say, yes, I can do it, yes, I can open my heart. Yes, if it needs to break, let it break, and love will shine through. At the beginning, you might need to have a bit of courage, a bit of empowerment, maybe even a bit of a warrior mindset. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make it happen. So that builds up the strength of not being anxious, not being like a little mouse, like, oh, I don't know. So with the heart, we need to have courage. And when the heart opens, the next step is to allow the heart to be fully open, to let love shine fully. And the third step is to remain with the heart and reflect. So when the heart fully opens, then the mind might feel vulnerable, because suddenly the heart was so open and the mind is like a little bit shocked, what happened. And then just give some moments to reflect, to contemplate upon your heart, because there is deep wisdom that comes through the heart. So at first we need acceptance and allowing. Another very important aspect of the heart is forgiveness. And even more so important, forgiveness to yourself and to the people who have made some trouble to you, and most importantly, forgiveness to yourself. If you went through a difficult period of time, forgiveness is important. That is a step number one to make a change. Sometimes when we have a difficult life moment, we go through it and then we kind of block ourselves a bit. We say, I had a difficult moment, now I need some time to heal, or I need some distance, so don't come close to me, I need some distance. So these are the simple qualities of the heart that we can cultivate. The more advanced qualities of the heart is love, kindness, and compassion. So many times compassion is the most important, because many times we see the difficulties, we see the suffering in the world. We turn on the TV or we watch the news, or even we look outside in the city and we see so many problems. We see so much suffering. The usual question is why God allows this to happen. But what we need to cultivate is compassion. At first, we need to heal ourselves. We need to heal our heart, to become strong ourselves, and then we can help others. So compassion we cultivate not only towards other people when we see the suffering, but we cultivate towards ourselves. And that is the most difficult part. To feel compassion to yourself. In order to be able to do that, you kind of have to go behind yourself. Because to feel compassion to yourself, you need to feel yourself. You need to feel your own pain. And then to transcend yourself and to recognize that it is this person who is suffering, who is feeling the pain. So this is where we already start to be bigger than ourselves, to overstep our own boundaries and limitations. So it is very easy to say, yes, I understand you, and yes, I feel sorry for you, but it is so much more difficult to truly be honest with yourself, to truly understand your heart, and to truly be compassionate to your own heart. And that is called the resurrection. So to feel compassion to yourself is to resurrect, is to literally be born again. Because you overstep the pain, your own pain, or even the pain, the suffering of the soul.